So you want to start the 100 baby challenge in The Sims 4. I don't know why, but apparently you do. But how do you get started? There is so much to think about: what rules you want to follow, what your mom sim's gonna be like, where you're gonna live, who's gonna be your first baby daddy, and so much more. As someone over 35 babies into this challenge, I have learned a lot along the way. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing all my best tips and tricks to get set up for the most successful, efficient, and fun 100 baby challenge possible. Because at the end of the day, it's a 100 baby challenge. It's really not all that fun, but here we are, suffering together. Let's first start by briefly going over the challenge rules. So the rules are pretty simple. Have 100 babies in as few generations as possible, and each baby must have a unique parent, so no repeat donors. And your mom sim cannot have a full-time away from home job, meaning she'll need to hustle for those simoleons whilst also raising all the kids. I will have the full rules linked in the description below in case you want to take a full look at those. But let's hop into setting up your own rules. While the official rules are a great starting point, I do think it's okay to make your own set of rules if it makes the challenge more fun for you. And I also feel like there's a lot of different play styles that are better suited to other rules. For example, there's a few different ways to handle infants whether or not you have the growing together pack. And then I know a lot of simmers play by the rules that I play by and not the ones stated in the official rules. So you will need to decide how you want to play before you get started. I play a speedrun style where we age up the kids as quickly as possible. So my teens and children have to have A's in school to age up, my toddlers have to have level 3 in all skills, and my infants have to have 2 milestones in every category but life. However, the official rules state that even if you have the growing together pack, they're meant to try 3 baby foods and get their crawling and pincher milestones, and I just don't find that fun, so I changed the rules for myself. So just know you can change it however you need to. Obviously, if you'll want to follow the official rules, I'll have them in the description once again, and you can follow those to a T if that's how you want to play. But I don't think there's anything wrong with setting the rules to fit your gameplay style. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about creating our mom sim. This part seems really simple in theory, but you will be playing with this sim for a really long time, and if you're trying to play a true 100 baby challenge, you'll be trying to keep the same sim the entire time. So you're gonna want to make sure she has traits that you can deal with and genetics that you don't mind passing on to 100 babies. My biggest recommendation for early success in the 100 baby challenge is picking traits that either help with parenting or help with whatever you're deciding your money making thing is going to be. So if you want her to be a painter, maybe make her creative or love art. And if you want her to be a writer, maybe make her creative in a bookworm. You'll definitely want to steer away from the bad traits in The Sims, like mean or evil or lazy even. I mean, unless you're wanting to just add all kinds of chaos. If you want to do that, go for it. But I do think it's nice to add on traits that are going to overall make your 100 baby experience a little bit easier. And then when picking an aspiration, I highly recommend picking an aspiration that either has something to do with parenting or whatever it is that you're going to be using to make your money. I personally prefer to pick my aspiration around the thing that makes money, because the parenting ones can be a little overwhelming and take a little bit longer than I'd like them to. But if you can complete aspirations, you can get reward points, which are super helpful later on in the 100 baby challenge. But once you've got yourself set up with a mom sim that you're happy with and traits that you can live with and an aspiration that will help you get reward points quickly, now we need to choose a location and a home to have there. Actual location is not all that important in the 100 baby challenge. It really just depends on where you like to live. However, you're not stuck in that house, but if you're playing a true 100 baby challenge, it has to be starter funds when you buy that house, and you can really only move again when you can afford to move again. This is meant to be a pretty no cheat challenge. I will say my biggest thing with choosing a home is if you're able to, if you have the tiny living pack, start in a tiny home. Tier 2 tiny home is going to be the best thing for you. It just has so many perks, like the double skill gain, the lesser bills. All those things are super helpful, especially early on in the challenge. It also helps you build relationships faster, so it's easier to get some baby daddies lined up if you're in a tiny house. Of course, you can build your house from scratch, or you can head to the gallery where there are tons and tons of houses already available for you, both regular starter homes and tiny home residential starter homes. You can use the filters over on the left panel, or you can also just type in 100 baby starter and you're gonna find so many options for you there. But now that we've got a little house set up, let's talk about lot traits. To add those lot traits, you're gonna go into the build mode panel, and in the top left corner, you'll click down, and that's where you'll find the ability to add all of your lot traits on there. Per the regular 100 baby rules, once you set these, you cannot change them unless you move to a different location or house. So make sure you're happy with these. I personally recommend Child's Play because kids gain skills faster, Good Schools because it helps children perform better in school, and Homey because it boosts skills like cooking, gardening, and handiness, which are really, really nice for your mom sim to have. You definitely don't want to be paying for everything that breaks because you will have a lot of stuff break before this challenge is all said and done. A lot of players will recommend the on-lay line lot trait, which gives you a higher chance to have twins, but if this is your first time playing the 100 baby challenge, I would recommend you stay away from this one, at least earlier on in your gameplay. Get used to having one baby at a time and always keeping your mom sim pregnant, and then when you're a little more comfortable with the flow of the challenge, you can up the ante and add the on-lay line at a later house. But if you want to be chaotic first thing, that is totally up to you. It really just depends on how you like to play it. Now that we've got our mom and a place to live, let's talk about early challenge success. You're going to want to start building your skills and simoleons as quickly as possible, so make sure you have a path laid out for your mom sim to get started immediately. I say get pregnant first thing and then immediately start building your simoleons up. Painting is a really good one for quick money in the early game. Writing is really good a little later once you have some money already built up as a cushion, because then you can have your sim write and get the royalties to start rolling in. Gardening is also a really good way to make some fast money and to get aspiration points pretty quickly. I personally had my mom do the Crystal Creations gem cutting because that pack had just come out right before I started the challenge, and a lot of those crystals, if you have that pack, are super beneficial to the 100 baby challenge. If you have that pack and you can get your hands on some Plumbite, it is a game changer. But since I was having my mom sim make money by cutting gems and jewelry, she had the Crystal Creations aspiration, so I worked on them simultaneously. And then we were also doing some gardening, so then we did that aspiration as well. And then once you get some reward points, you can buy some excellent things from the rewards store. They have traits like Never Weary, Still Bladder, Hardly Hungry, and so many more that are crazy beneficial to have in the later stages of the 100 baby challenge. I almost never ever have to take care of my mom sim's needs now. She can stay up all night and make the family money or do infant care or whatever it is that she needs to do. So if you can burn through some aspirations and get those reward points up, I feel like it is such a game changer for a successful and efficient 100 baby challenge, and it's just gonna make the whole process smoother as your family grows. My next tip is to track your progress. 100 babies and 100 baby daddies is a lot to keep up with, so find yourself a tracking system that you like, that you'll stick with. Keep track of all your babies and who all their fathers were. I personally went in an ABC order to keep track of all my babies and which babies were twins and things like that, but obviously you can name the babies whatever you want to. I really like the tracker from Rosanna TXT. It is a free Notion tracker that is a great way to track the 100 baby challenge. It is by far my favorite one that I've come across, but there are lots online, and honestly, if you don't want to do a crazy big tracker, you can just write down your babies and baby daddy's names in a notebook somewhere. It doesn't have to be that serious, but if you like to do some serious tracking, I highly recommend this Notion dashboard. I have to refer to it all the time to see what sims I have had kids with and which ones I have not, because it's already a lot and we're only like 35 babies in. But my last and most important tip for getting started for early success is to have fun. I know this sounds cheesy, but it's true. If the challenge is not working for you, if you don't like a set of rules that are in the official rules, change them. If you're not enjoying something like the infants, maybe skip them. This is your game and your challenge, so just do it in whatever way that makes it fun for you and makes you actually want to complete the challenge. While it is the 100 baby challenge, it is meant to be fun and not stressful. I mean, I think there's meant to be a little bit of stress to it, but if it's too much, if you're gonna quit, maybe just change your rules up and see if you find something that works better for you. I hope these tips help you get started with the most successful 100 baby challenge that you have ever had before. Let me know your favorite tip in the comments, or go ahead and share some of your own tips if you have any. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you made it this far into the video, comment a bottle emoji in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!